How many of you have a family member that fought in World War II? If so, where did they fight? I think it's safe to say that many of us have someone in our family that somehow contributed to this war. In my current Air Force job, I have the opportunity to do a lot of traveling all over the world. I recently had the opportunity to travel to Normandy, France, and I have to say that visiting the D-Day Memorial at Omaha Beach has been a most humbling experience in my life. Today I'm here to talk to you about what you'll experience during your visit to the Omaha Beach Memorial. I'll tell you about the Visitor Center and the many artifacts within. I'll tell you about the cemetery where 9,387 of the greatest and bravest that our nation has ever seen are forever laid in glory. Finally, I'll tell you about the beach where the unimaginable battle took place and the feeling that you'll have as you stand on that beach. When you first arrive to the D-Day Memorial at Omaha Beach and step out of your vehicle, the first thing you'll notice is the pristine landscape and the peaceful and tranquil environment. The first part of the memorial you'll encounter is the Visitor Center. Within the Visitor Center, there's countless artifacts from the war, such as uniforms, mess kits, and weapons used during World War II. You'll also encounter many videos with accounts of the war. As you make your way towards the exit of the Visitor Center, you'll walk through a hallway. In the hallway, roll call is being performed for the men who lost their lives during the D-Day invasion. This will for sure be one of the most difficult parts of your visit. Now that you have an idea of what the Visitor Center is like, you'll make your way out to the cemetery. Once you get back outside into the tranquil environment, you'll again notice the pristine condition. As you take the sidewalk, you'll begin to see a few crosses and stars of David come into view. As you continue walking, you'll be overwhelmed by the sheer number. In total, 9,347 are buried here. Although all of these men deserve to be mentioned, there's a few that I would like to point out. 3 Medal of Honor recipients are buried here, one of which is Brigadier General Theodore Roosevelt Jr., son of President Theodore Roosevelt. He's laid to rest beside his brother, Quentin Roosevelt. Also buried here are Preston and Robert Nyland, of which the movie Saving Private Ryan is based. There's also 307 unknowns buried in this cemetery. Their headstone reads simply, "Here rests in honored glory a comrade in arms, known but to God." One other thing you'll notice is that not only are Americans here to pay their respects, people from all over the world are here to visit the men who gave their lives for a faraway nation. Once you've finished making your way through the cemetery, the next place you'll want to visit is the beach, where so many men lost their lives. As you make your way to the beach, you'll notice an overlook. As you stand at the overlook, looking over the ocean and the sandy beach below, you'll try to imagine the Germans' point of view. You'll try to imagine that ocean filled with ships and landing craft. You'll try to imagine how the Germans felt as they looked out and seen this that morning. Can you imagine it? As you look down, you'll notice a sidewalk that leads down to the beach. You'll take that sidewalk until you eventually make your way to the beach. As you stand on the beach, you'll try to imagine the Americans' point of view. You'll try to imagine how they felt as they made their way towards that beach. You also look up back towards the cliff where the Germans were located. You'll try to imagine how they felt, how the Americans felt having to conquer that huge cliff. Can you imagine it? No matter how hard I tried, I could not imagine it. I tried to imagine how that battle was. It's unimaginable. Now that you have an idea of what the beach is like, let's recap what I've talked to you about today. Today I told you about Normandy, the Omaha Beach D-Day Memorial, and what you'll experience during your visit. I talked to you about the visitor center, the cemetery, and finally, the beach, where the seemingly impossible was made possible. Thank you.